How are you? I hope everybody's well tonight. I was having some audio problems earlier. Somebody told me they couldn't hear me, so let's see. I had to restart my live. I am your host, The Unforgettable, and welcome to the Unfiltered Corner. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. I hope you guys can hear me now because I was having problems with my audio earlier. Don't forget to subscribe, to like. Don't forget to invite your peoples on here and to share, to have people come in here. Can you guys hear me just fine? Comment in the chat if you can hear me. I went live earlier and you couldn't hear me. Please turn on your notifications. Don't forget that. Share, subscribe, and like this video. We're going to talk about an interesting topic tonight. As you guys know, I was away over the weekend. And I was out in Ohio with my husband, and we were on a trip. We got back Sunday, so that's why I didn't do my show all weekend. I'm glad I'm back home. If you can hear me, please comment in the chat. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. I mean, I can check from over here. Let me see. I can go on my son's YouTube and check if you guys can hear me. Just giving some time for people to come in here. Let me see. Let me see if you guys can hear me. Okay now? Okay, I'm okay now. Okay, great. That's great. I thought it was like, oh my God, you guys can't hear me. So don't forget again to like my video, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Subscribing is free. Invite your peoples over here and share. How you doing today? Is there justice? Thank you for letting me know that you guys can hear me. So yes, you guys, thank you for being patient with me. I was gone all weekend. I'm back to my show. I was a little bit homesick, but we had a good time. And I actually missed doing my show. I felt kind of a little bit lost because I was so used to doing it. But tonight we're going to talk about an interesting topic. I'm just giving people time to come and sign on. Because I know sometimes people get notifications late. But I'm just going to give it one more minute, then I'm going to start. How you doing? Is there justice? How have you been, love? Hello, hello. So we're giving it one more minute to let people come in because sometimes they get their notifications late. So they can make their way in here and we can have a conversation. I have a very nice topic. It was inspired from a friend that I was speaking to, and she made a wonderful point. And I think that's something very important that we need to talk about. So one of my friends said something to me the other day. We were talking, we were texting, you guys, and she kind of gave me the inspo of getting this topic together. And we're going to talk about it tonight. Hi, how are you, Cole? Welcome to my channel, The Unfiltered Corner. I am a host, The Unforgettable, you guys, and I appreciate you guys being here. But anyways, we've given time to people to come in here. I don't know, hit the like button. You hit the like button, so you kind of get out. Is there justice? And you click like, but you don't fully get out. But tonight, the topic is material things can be replaced, but some things can't. Hi, Gage. How are you? Thank you guys for joining me. So we're going to talk about today, material things can be replaced, but some things can't. And like I said, that's wonderful, Cole. Like I said, I was inspired by this topic because of a friend of mine I was talking to the other day. She made an excellent point. And I actually commended her for that. And I was like, yeah, that's wonderful that you're this type of person, because I think we should all learn from that, you guys, you know? Thank you, Gage. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Yeah, turn on your notifications, you guys. You got to click on the subscribe button and turn on your notifications when I come on live. So when she spoke to me about that the other day, I was like, wow, that's a great topic to talk about. Because, like, you know, I see people lose houses in fires, which is very disheartening. I see people lose their cars to accidents. I see people break their phones. I see people go through a lot of loss when it comes to materialistic stuff. But, you know, instead of making it feel like it's the end of the world, there's other things, you know, that we need to worry about, because there's certain things we can't replace, you guys, okay? Materialistic shit, you can replace that. but there's things you just can't. Okay, so that's a good topic we're going to talk about tonight. You know, some people lose a phone. Hi, Levy, how are you? Welcome to my show. Some people lose a phone, a car, they lose money. How many people on a daily basis lose money? I mean, now everybody carries credit cards, but there's times that people lose money. Hi, hey. The topic of this live is called Material Things Can Be Replaced, but some things can't. And we're going to talk about that tonight. This is going to be very important, you guys, because I think as humans, we get hung up on the materialistic stuff. But like, hi, Denise, how are you? But there's more to life than the materialistic stuff. You can replace that shit, but there's other things you can't, okay? So we're going to talk about that tonight. People lose houses, money, phones, cars. There's a lot of things people lose, okay? And let me tell you, that all can be replaced, you guys, okay? Don't forget to hit like, you guys. Subscribe to my channel, and turn on your notifications, invite your people and share. Because I have good topics here. And I like the fact that I can also take, people give me ideas about topics and I take them into consideration and we talk about it. Because this is a judgment-free zone. I talk about real life situations, real things in life. So I appreciate you guys joining me. I'm going to ask you guys something. Have you ever lost something and thought it was the end of the world until life reminded you what really matters? Your health, sanity are more valuable than stuff. Absolutely. Is there justice? I'm asking you guys this. Have you ever lost something and you thought it was the end of the world until life reminded you what really matters? Exactly. What's the sense if you're rich and have poor health? Absolutely. Dylan, I agree. What's the point? I agree with you. When I was younger, I lost stuff and I thought it was the end of the world. But now as an older person, now I'm like, oh my God, that doesn't matter. Things could be replaced. Okay? We don't need to worry about materialistic stuff. That all can be replaced, you guys. Okay? Material things come and go, you guys, remember. But certain losses hit deeper, okay? Certain losses hit deeper. So now we're going to talk about why we put too much value on material things, okay? My phone with all my memories, I've learned to back them up. Absolutely. Absolutely, Denise. We're going to talk about why we put too much value on materialistic stuff, all right? This is one of the reasons. Because society teaches us that success equals money, possessions, and status. Look at what society does to us. It teaches us, society today teaches us that success equals money, possessions, and status. Your status in the world, okay? Also, this is the second one. Social media pressure to show luxury and having it all. Because I got plenty of people on my social media that be showing their luxury and how they have it all, right? We're explaining, or we're talking about why we put too much value on materialistic stuff, okay? Another one is how people tie their identity to what they own. How many of y'all have known people that tie their identity to what they own in life, to what they have? I know plenty of people like that. I know plenty of people that their identity is based on what they own and what they have, their materialistic stuff. That's all their identity surrounds themselves around. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel like they lost everything when they lose money, right? But they still have their health. They still have their family. They still have their life. They still have their loved ones. They have everything. But they feel like they lost everything when they lose money or materialistic stuff. They forget what's important, you guys. It's important. It's important to know there's things more important than materialistic stuff. Some people are so caught up with the materialistic stuff, they don't care to think, oh, this is more important than money and a car and a house and my phone. They don't see that shit. Okay. Now, we're going to talk about when losing something teaches you a lesson. Okay. When losing something teaches you a lesson. Sometimes loss creates perspective. Doesn't it change your perspective in life? Or changes it? Because let me tell you something. Sometimes as humans, we take life for granted. And we worry about the most minimal stuff like materialistic things and money and our struggles. Anything that has to do with money. But then we lose an important person in our life. We lose a loved one. We have a major loss with people around us, family members. And it creates a perspective like, damn, I'm complaining about losing a phone, about losing a car, about losing money and all this stuff. And here is my mother that passed away. That's an example. But my mother passed away, or my sister, or my brother. You get what I'm saying, you guys? But it creates a perspective. When losing something teaches you a lesson, losing things can humble people and reset priorities. It'll humble somebody real quick. It'll make you put your priorities straight. Because you got to think about your priorities is not the materialistic stuff. There's more to life than materialistic stuff. Okay? I'll give you an example, right? Some people are rich on paper only. Absolutely is their justice. Absolutely. Rich on paper only. I totally agree with that. I'll give you an example, right? Losing money, but gaining wisdom. Imagine that. Losing money, but you gain wisdom. These are lessons to be learned. You lose your money, but you gain wisdom. Losing a job, but finding a better path. Losing possessions. Possessions is materialistic stuff. All right, people? If everyone can pray for our driver, I would appreciate it. Okay, you guys. Okay, Denise, thank you for giving me the permission, because I didn't dare to, because I didn't want to cross boundaries with you and what we spoke about. So as you guys see here, Denise, my friend, her and her husband own a company. And just recently on Sunday, one of their drivers had a really bad accident in one of their work trucks. And it was very awful. And I'm telling you, it's awful because I was coming back from the airport, you guys, right? And I was in an Uber and there was traffic. And I looked to the right because the GPS on the Uber driver's phone said that it was a minor accident. But when we got up there, you guys, the truck was like tin, like a can squished up against a wall, a rock wall. Like it was all squished up, you guys, okay? And at this time, I didn't know it was Denise's driver that had that car accident. I didn't think nothing of it. And I decided to talk to Denise and text her and say to see how she was doing. And she's like, well, I'm not doing well. Our driver had a really bad accident. And I'm like, oh my God, wow. And you guys, you know why I came up with this topic? Because Denise taught me something. And she gave me the idea of this because of what came out of her mouth. Okay. She said, our truck can be replaced, but Jeff, well, I don't want to say his name, but our driver is a great guy. Let's just pray for him that everything turns out well. That was important to me. And that was like moving, you guys. Let me tell you something, okay? Because even though Denise and her husband are company owners of this business, okay, they didn't care about the materialistic stuff. She said to me, that can be replaced. But his life, I'm so glad, it could have been so much worse. And I remember being in a prayer group yesterday, and we prayed over him. We prayed over the driver that everything shall turn out well. And that's how I came up with the topic tonight. Because if it weren't for that, Absolutely, Denise. If it weren't for that she hadn't told me that, I would have still been yesterday scrambling for a topic tonight. And if it weren't for what Denise told me, sometimes we take life for granted and we're so caught up with materialistic stuff, with money and the stupidest shit, you guys. And there's more to life than all this. There's value in life and in health and being here and being able to get up in the morning and be like, wow, I just woke up today. My kids woke up today. My loved ones woke up today. I'm not on the ground. I'm not in a hospital. And I commended for her for that. And I said, you're a great boss. Denise is a great boss, her and her husband. They have visited the gentleman. They've been keeping in touch, and they just want to make sure their driver's okay. They don't care about that truck. Okay? They don't care about that truck. And that's why we had to talk about this tonight, because there's too many people in the world. I can include myself, that we're so involved with the materialistic stuff, we miss the point. There's more things to life than the materialistic and the money and the physical possessions we can have in life. Look at this gentleman. He had that bad accident. And thank God it could have been worse, you guys. And he's okay. Okay? And Denise and her husband has shown great concern. These are the gentleman's bosses. They're both the bosses to the gentleman. And that's why I came up with this topic tonight, because we sometimes lose as humans what's important in life, okay? And that's why we got to talk about it. And I am happy that this gentleman is okay. I don't know, they were going to do some scans to make sure his brain is okay. But I think he was due to come into surgery today. So we have to keep him in prayers, you guys. And we need to commend and always bless Denise and her husband, because that showed me and proved me right there what type of people they are. And it proved to me the heart she has and the mindset she has, which is a wonderful quality that they both have. Look at Denise says he had multiple surgeries, you guys. This is why I feel good talking about this, because when Denise said that to me, I was like, oh my God, we need to talk about this. There's more to life than materialistic stuff. There's more to life, you guys. Wake up. Because tomorrow's never promised. Our loved ones, their time is a ticking time bomb. You don't know when you're going to leave the earth. You don't know when you're going to end up in a hospital bed. You don't know who's going to leave your side. You don't know who's going to close their eyes and never open them up again. You don't know when you're going to face a bad struggle, health-wise, or with a family member or something. And let me tell you, there ain't no amount of money in this life that will buy somebody's health and will buy somebody's life. Because once you pass away, there's solutions to everything. I always say this. There's solutions to everything but death. You can't come back from that. You can't come back from that. There's a solution to a broken truck. You can replace a truck, but you can never replace a life. You can replace money you dropped, but you never can replace a life. We got our priorities as humans all fucked up sometimes, okay? And we need to keep that in mind. And this is why we're talking about this tonight, okay, you guys? Because it's truth. And Denise went to show me what type of person she was. And this is why I'm talking about this tonight, because I think it's an important topic that we should all reflect on. Not only Denise, not only the people here, but lots of people that come across my lives need to reflect on this. I needed to reflect on this. When she told me that, I was reflecting myself. I'm like, do I put, priorities straight? Do I put possessions and money and everything else first? Like, it's too important to me? Like, no. I had to self-reflect and look inside myself to see if this is the type of shit I do. Okay. I have never been materialistic about designing things, clothing, jewelry, purses. To me, it's just stuff. Absolutely. Those things can be replaced, Sister Justice. We can't buy a life. His children need their dad and his wife needs her husband. Absolutely. We need our friends. Our guys become part of our family. Absolutely, Denise. You're a great boss. And is there justice? That's so true. La Jefa, hello, baby girl. How are you? You know what I'm saying? How you doing, Laura? It's truth. Those are things you can never get back. I always said it in multiple of my shows. I've said, you can replace everything in life that's materialistic. There's a solution to everything in life but death. If you lose your hair, you can wear a wig, right? If you have no eyebrows, you could draw them on. If you have no lashes, you could glue some on. There's a solution for everything but death, you guys. There's a solution for everything. And I think as human beings, we need to start setting our priorities straight and looking, self-reflecting to see if we're doing these type of things, even knowing and unknowingly, because sometimes we do it unknowingly. My friend has a $250 purse and has no cash to put in it. Oh, look at that. I love you too, La Jefa. How are you, baby girl? My friend has so Esther Justice says, my friend has a $250 purse and has no cash to put in it. Imagine that. Imagine having a $250 purse. So you spend all your money on a $250 purse, but you got nothing to put in it. Is that $250 purse going to pay a medical bill if you get sick? Is it going to bring you back from death if you pass away? What happens to that $250 purse when you pass away? Nothing. It stays here on earth because you guys, we need to understand no earthly possessions, no car, no house, nothing. We take nothing with us when we pass away. Absolutely replaceable. You know what I'm saying? We take nothing. Once we go into that casket, ain't nobody gonna tell me they're taking their house. Ain't nobody gonna tell me they're taking their money. Ain't nobody gonna tell me they're taking their car. Ain't nobody telling me they're taking their company. Ain't nobody telling me they're taking none of that shit. Cause we came into this world without nothing, butt naked. Not even clothing. With our birthday suits. We came into this world with our birthday suits. And that's the same way we're gonna leave. With nothing. Everything else can be replaced. All materialistic stuff can be replaced, but death. So we need to start setting our priorities straight. You understand, people? You guys get, who understands what I'm talking about here? Everybody raise your hand if you understand what I'm talking about. And for those joining us, we're talking about materialistic stuff that it can be replaced. Let it be money, possessions, but you can never replace other things like a life, health. You can never replace none of this. Material is not going to buy none of that. None of that. None of that. I appreciate you, AP, Denise. You know, like, this is important, you guys. And sometimes we lose focus on these things. And you know why we lose focus on these things? Because sometimes we're caught up with the possessions of this world. We're caught up with money. We're caught up with the best cars. We're caught up. La Jefa, can you please do that, honey? Because I'm using my phone. Usually when I'm on the computer upstairs, I send it from my phone. But since I'm not on the computer, I can't send the link out because I need my phone to send the link, baby girl. If you can do that for me, I would appreciate it, my love. Oh, AJ's here. Let me tell you something. We forget these things, you guys. We forget. We tend to forget this stuff. And we need to. We need to start getting our priorities straight. We need to start understanding that we came to this world without nothing and we're going to leave without nothing. And we need to understand what's important in life. So we're talking about when losing something teaches you a lesson. Okay? When losing something teaches you a lesson. We're talking about the materialistic stuff. The materialistic stuff can be replaced. But there's things that you can't replace, you guys. That's what we're talking about today. So we're on the topic number 3 when it comes to that, like bullet point 3. When losing something teaches you a lesson, and we're giving examples. Losing possessions, but realizing they were never the real value. Nothing valuable to possessions, bro. Doesn't matter how much your car costs and your house and all that shit. What value is that when you have no health and you're not here and you're dying, or one of your loved ones is dying? Listen, I can talk about these things. Because you know what? I have a brother that he feels like he would lose everything if he didn't have the things he has. And he feels like he's not complete without it. And you know what's the crazy part, you guys? Is the more people have, the more greedier they get. So that's crazy to me. Imagine thinking just because you don't have certain things, you feel like you don't have a life, that you can't live outside of that because you don't have these fucking physical possessions and all this stuff. He's not happy unless he has these things. Absolutely is there justice. Don't ever lose what's in your heart. Don't ever lose yourself over possessions. Don't ever lose yourself over materialistic shit. Now, this bullet point, you guys. The things that truly cannot be replaced. I'm going to break it down to you. The things that truly cannot be replaced. Okay? Things that cannot be replaced is time. You can't replace time. If you out here wasting time, you can't replace that. You can never go back in time. You can never go forward. You can't replace lost time, people. Things that cannot be replaced is trust. That's a big one. Things that cannot be replaced is loyalty. You can't replace loyalty. Loyalty is big when it comes to friendships. And when it comes to like relationships and just in general. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second, you guys. Give me 1 minute, okay? You guys, give me 1 minute. I apologize, you guys. Society makes people feel that way. Listen to your heart. Absolutely. I apologize, you guys. I had ordered something for family game night and the driver's here. So I told my son to hurry up and grab it from him before he leaves with it. So that's what I was doing. But anyways, you guys. Another thing that can't be replaced, and I appreciate you guys for giving me a minute, is peace of mind. You can't replace your peace. You can't replace that. Peace of mind. Things that truly can be replaced is genuine relationships. You can't replace that. There's so much fake relationships going on out here, whether it's friendships, whether it's relationships, like intimate relationships. But those real things, you truly can't replace them. Genuine relationships. You can't replace them. You can't replace them. You can't replace these things. Okay? Another thing you can't replace is life, moments, and memories. You can't replace memories, you guys. That's something you can't replace. You can't replace memories. Cherish them. Materialistic shit you can replace, but not a memory. Okay? And you know what? Let me tell you something. My brothers, two of my brothers, lost a lot of time making memories with my mother when she was alive, like maybe like a year or more, that they wouldn't go by and visit her. And they would miss out on making memories and spending time with her, you guys. And the day she passed away, you guys, they missed out on that. They missed out on it. They couldn't get those back. They couldn't make new memories. She was gone. She was gone, you guys, okay? She was gone. She was gone. She was gone. You couldn't replace it. You get where I'm coming from, you guys? And they missed out on it. Give me a minute, you guys. 1 minute. All right. So they missed out on making memories with my mother. I would like to lose this sink full of dishes I have to wash. Absolutely, is there justice? I agree. The dishes. But let me tell you, they didn't get to make those memories and they lost out on it because they were too busy. Let me tell you, they were too busy with their materialistic life, with their houses and their nice cars and taking trips and all this stuff. They were too busy doing that with the materialistic stuff. When my mother passed away, that got really hard on them. That hit them hard. And I cried for my mother's funeral. I cried for my mother's funeral. But those two cried even harder. And another one, my brother, my little brother, I've explained to you guys that he's a drug addict, okay? He spent so much time investing in materialistic stuff and drugs and stuff like that, and driving my mother crazy, that she didn't even get to see him sober. She passed away and he cried. And to this day, that kills him. You can't take that back, you guys. You can't take it back. You can't build memories. You missed out on all these memories because you were so caught up with this stuff. So this comes from a person that knows. I've seen it firsthand. Yes, is there justice? Your dishes ain't going anywhere. You can replace a car, remember that, okay? But you can't replace the years you wasted on the wrong people. You can replace a car, I'm gonna repeat that again. But you can't replace the years you wasted on the wrong people. You know how many people waste their time and years on the wrong people? You can't get that back. Can't get that time back. It's already wasted. Okay? Now we're going to talk about when people care more about things than people. We're going to talk about the people that care more about the materialistic stuff than a person and then people. Because we have to break that down. There's a lot of relationships, marriages, boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever type of relationship it is, girlfriend and girlfriend, boyfriend and boyfriend. A lot of relationships and friendships are damaged over money or possessions. How many of you have seen relationships fall apart over money and possessions and materialistic shit? I could raise my hand. I've seen friendships of years go down the fucking drain over money and materialistic shit. I've seen marriages fucking fall apart. And then you see them in court fighting over materialistic shit. I've seen family members damage their relationships, whether it's with a sister, a cousin, an aunt, a grandmother, doesn't matter, over money and possessions. Because they rather the materialistic shit and the money over a relationship with their loved one. Imagine that shit. I'll give you an example, you guys, because this is coming out of my heart, what I'm telling you. Because I experienced this firsthand. When my mother was alive, I took care of my mother during her hospice time, okay? Because I didn't want my other siblings to be burdened with my mother because they all had jobs and all this stuff. And I actually ended up quitting my job because I said, fuck this job. I could replace a job, right? But I need to take care of my mother. I need to be here. And I remember when she passed away, you guys, she used to get Social Security because she had 4 strokes, and the money would go directly into her bank account. Now, while my mom was sick and I was taking care of her in my house, my brother, the materialistic one, right? He held on to her bank card. Like, sir, she lives with me. I have to pay stuff and buy her things she needs. But I let him keep it. Hold on to it. I don't give a fuck. Right? When my mother passed away, there was a check that was going in. So my mom died on the 24th of March. So my mom, it's going to be 3 years, 24 this March. Okay? And my mom was supposed to get a check on the 28th of March for her Social Security. And what you do is, when a person passes away, you leave it in the bank. Because then you go to Social Security and say, hey, this person passed away. Then they take it out, right? Yes, but is there justice? We're talking about my brother. My brother, this is not the drug addict brother I'm talking about. This is the brother that all he cares about is materialistic shit, okay? And he missed out on memories with my mother. We're talking about my older brother, okay? And by the way, that brother never got clean. I tried to clean him up for a while and then he went back to it. So he's still on the drugs and addiction. Right now he's at a program and hoping that, you know, he gets clean. Let's see how long it'll last. But anyways, my brother, he was supposed to leave that money in the bank. He went and took out that money. And I don't know what the fuck he did with it. Me and my sister didn't know. But my mother had her address at my sister's house to get mail. And she received a letter after my mom passed away, after my mother was buried, that said that her bank account was negative so-and-so amount. And we're trying to figure out why the fuck is her bank account negative? Come to find out, my brother had taken out that money. And then he lies to me and says, well, Social Security said to take it out. Why would they want you to take it out? They want to withdraw it back from the bank. You can't take cash to the Social Security office, you guys. And so what I did was I went to the courthouse. I told them, you guys need to put that fucking money back because you're not going to leave your mother in debt after she passes away. How disrespectful and fucking disgusting is that? That's how pissed off I was. And mind you, I was her caretaker, her power of attorney while she was alive. I didn't want her debt to fall on me. I had lost my job because I dedicated myself to take care of my mother. I decided to leave my job, which none of them did, to take care of my mom. And I decided to do that on my own, not because they didn't want to take care of my mom, but I decided to do it because I knew they had their jobs and their life and everything. So I decided to lose my job. So now you come and you're going to leave her in debt and maybe I have to pay that? Are you kidding me? So I got pissed and I said, no, we're not doing this. We are not doing this. What happened? I said, I investigated. That's it. That's a felony, what you did. She passed away. You took that money. You better put it back in that bank because I'm going to court and I'm going to the probate court so they can give me probate of estate so I can go fix that problem at the bank. Can you believe he went to the bank and he told the bank, he brought the money back because I threatened him. And he said that I took the money. Are you stupid? They have fucking cameras at the ATM. Can you believe this was in 2023, you guys? My brother hasn't spoken to me since then, you guys. My brother hasn't spoken to me since then. My brother hasn't spoken to me since then. Ever since then, my brother never spoke to me again. It's been 3 years. He won't answer me. He won't talk to me. Give me a minute, you guys. My brother hasn't spoken to me since, you guys. He won't speak to me. Ever since that. My brother hasn't spoken to me. Okay. So he rather had damaged our relationship as siblings over money. And because I told him and I called him out on it. Hope it would be an incentive for her to stay okay. He was on her account. Well, no, he had her ATM card. And when she passed away, remember I told you I was taking care of her, and instead of giving me her ATM card because I was her power of attorney and everything while she was alive, so I could buy her the stuff she needs, he kept her card, and I wasn't going to fight him over it. But then when she passed away, he went to the bank and took out money. He took out the whole amount. Then her bank was negative. And I was fucking pissed. I felt how fucking disrespectful and arrogant and fucking ignorant to do some shit like that. So when we talk about relationships being damaged over money and possessions, bro, he won't talk to me to this day. I didn't want the money. I just wanted you to put it back there. She didn't deserve that. She was a great mother. You're really going to steal from your dead mother? And basically the government, because that belongs to the government? Are you kidding me? And then goes to the bank and says, I'm putting this money into the bank. My sister took it when I didn't take anything. Can you fucking believe that shit? I was in disbelief because finally, when the court appointed me probate of estate, that I was able to go to her bank. Give me 1 minute, you guys. Give me one. Sorry, you guys. I missed you guys there. I lost you guys for a second. I apologize, you guys. I ordered something on what do you call it, on a Walmart app, and these people, like, they need a code. Up and give them the code. I apologize, you guys. I apologize to my audience. I'm sorry. My husband had a POA for his mom. The funeral home notified Social Security, and Social Security put a hold on the account for that amount. Yeah. It was crazy to me. So he hasn't spoken to me to this day over that. When I finally got the probate of estate and I made it to my mother's bank account, they said, oh, that was paid off. And your brother said it was you. And I said, me. I was even more disgusted. Until this day, my brother does not talk to me, you guys. So when people care more about things than people, that's some fucked up shit. I experienced that firsthand. My brother had rather, ruin our relationship over money. Okay. And also, you guys, he kept all my baby pictures, all my Sweet 16 pictures and all this stuff. And when all my mother's storage stuff made it to my house, because he wanted to donate it all without going through it. What are you doing, sir? I brought it, and my aunt said, thankfully my aunt, my mother's sister, was here. She's like, no, take it to her house. And I went through it. There was a whole bunch of their memories that was stuck in there. So you were about to donate all this stuff, and there was your own memories there. And I was the good sister, and I took everybody's memories and I set them to the side, and whatever, like clothing and stuff like that, I donated. Okay, because that's what my mom would want it, because my mother liked it to help the people that were less fortunate. Okay, and till this day, you guys, I have not received my pictures. He won't give me my pictures. I'll text him to say, how you doing? He'll look at it, never respond. Like, this is what I got to deal with, you guys, okay? So this is relationships damaged over money or possessions. And we see a lot of marriages and siblings and family members that go through this shit, and friendships. Now, people valuing status more than loyalty. People rather value their status in this life and in society, than loyalty. Denise, I don't think he wanted to continue to get the checks. I think he tried to take advantage of the fact that she died. And he went to the bank and he told them, like, this is how idiotic he is. He told them that she received the check before she passed away. And they're like, no, we could see here, your mom passed away on so-and-so day. And it says here, this was deposited after your mother passed away. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to take that money that was there. I didn't understand that either, Denise, trust me. But it was ridiculous, okay? I'm sure after that check, he was going to say, you guys need to shut it down because my mother passed away. And I started scaring him. And I said, you know what? This is a felony. You guys can all go to jail. Because he was in cahoots with the other brother. And my other brother didn't talk to me for a very long time. Not now. He talks to me now. We got over it. He got over it. But the other brother, for the life of him, won't talk to me. La jefa, you know, he won't talk to me. Now, people valuing the status in society more than loyalty. How about that? These are people that care more about things than people, okay? How materialism can destroy connections. We just spoke about that now. Materialistic and money, it'll destroy connections. I've seen plenty of fucking people fucking destroy themselves and friendships over this bullshit, okay? And relationships. It's disgusting. Because people are so caught up with the materialistic stuff and money and status than the human they're with or the human they have a connection to, okay? Now I'm going to ask you guys something. Have you ever seen someone ruin a relationship over something material? I just gave you guys my story. How many of you have ever seen someone ruin a relationship, whether it's a friendship, a sibling, a mom, a dad, whatever it is, over something materialistic? I have. I have firsthand come across that shit myself. And it's disgusting. And it's not okay. Materialistic shit will come and go, you guys. But to ruin a relationship over that shit is fucking crazy to me. Is there justice? Says yes. Yes, I'm telling you. Now, we're going to talk about perspective. Gratitude versus possessions. Gratitude means grateful versus possessions, okay? You need learning to appreciate experiences over things. Give you an example. Learn to listen. I've come across people. Denise, it's okay. It was because my live was kind of acting up. I'm glad you're back though, baby girl. You know, I've seen people that lost their houses in fires, and that's hurtful. It's disheartening. Trust me. I get it. That's hurtful. But with time, they start to learn this experience. Appreciate this experience because although they lost everything materialistic wise, they're here, they're safe, and they didn't burn in that fire. None of their loved ones did, and nothing happened to them. And then they learn after. Gratitude versus possessions. That's what we're talking about. Why peace, love, and health matter more than status symbols. Our peace is everything. Love is more important in life. And your health matters more than any type of status that you're going to carry out in life. Everything goes out of style in this life. The world is revolving. Not everything materialistic is important. Nothing materialistic. Like I said, it can be replaced. Status ain't shit. But peace, love, and health matters. Okay? Things can be replaced. Your life, your peace, and the people who truly love you cannot. I'm going to repeat that again. Materialistic things can be replaced. Money can be replaced. All that shit that we won't take to the grave can be replaced. Your life, your peace, and the people who truly love you cannot be replaced. Sit on that. Everything can be replaced but that. You can't replace your life. You can't replace your children's life. Anything else can be replaced. Especially if it's materialistic shit and money. This shit all can be replaced. That shit ain't shit because we ain't taking shit when we leave here. I'm going to ask you guys something. What is something materialistic that you lost at a certain part in your life that felt huge at the time? Something materialistic that you lost at a certain time in your life that felt huge at the time. Can you guys share with me? Share with me what is something that you lost that was materialistic and at the time it felt important and it felt big at the time. I'm going to let you guys sit on that question. See what you guys say. I'm trying to think here. What's something that I thought that felt huge at the time that I lost? I've lost cars, like they've broken down and then I don't have a car and I thought it was the worst thing in the world. There's more to life than that. I'm giving you guys time to tell me what's something materialistic that you lost that felt huge at the time. Absolutely, Denise, photos. I felt like the photos that my brother has that he won't give me back that I lost. I was thinking of bringing my brother to court over it, to fucking family probate court over it. But I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. That's nothing. Yes, it's the memories that I have, but my memories also live here and here. You know what I'm saying? I felt it was huge at the time. But I'm like, it's not even worth it. For what? Did it change your perspective later? It definitely did. Because I said, you know what? It's not even worth being at this war with my brother over pictures and materialistic shit over my mother's stuff. You know, my things too. It's not even worth it. It changed my perspective. I was like, you know what? There's more to life. I have memories of my mother right here and right here. My children do too. And that's all that matters to me. He can keep it because he's going to understand the day he passes away, God forbid, may God bless him. He's not going to take none of that shit with him to the grave. So he's not taking anything with him. Yearbooks, but that's okay. Absolutely is there justice. It's not the fucking end of the world, bro. He's not going to take that with him. And his wife is not too kind. She hasn't been really nice. So like, when you pass away, sir, is she going to keep all your mother's stuff? No, she's probably going to throw it out in the trash. When we could have kept it in the family and have our kids carry it down generation to generation, you know? But I said, I'm not going to fight over that. Absolutely not. It's not worth it. Now I'm going to ask you guys something. What's something in life you believe is truly irreplaceable? What is something in your life that you feel like it's truly irreplaceable, that it can't be replaced? Something in life that I feel like it's truly irreplaceable is life. My children's life, my loved one's life. I'm a sentimental person. I get sad when I lose it, break it, something meaningful. It's true. Hi, Teresa. How are you, baby girl? And well, you know what, Denise? We're humans. We're not perfect. Things like that can occur, okay? We're humans. But later on in life, we learn that that's not all that matters. Your dignity and morals. Yes, definitely. I agree. Is there justice? I'm asking my audience right now, what's something in life you believe is truly irreplaceable? I believe it's life. Can't replace the life. Once a life is lost, you can't get that back. Like I've always said, and I'm going to say it again. There's a solution to everything in life but death. You can't come back from that. Material things will come and go, you guys. Material things will come and go throughout your life. Money will be lost and made again. Possessions will break and be replaced. Okay? Possessions will be replaced and made again. Possessions will break and be replaced. Okay, you guys? But the real question is, are you protecting things in life that can't be replaced? Ask yourself that. Are you protecting things in life that cannot be replaced? Or do you catch yourself protecting things that can be replaced? Ask yourself that. Reflect on that. Think about that. Are you protecting the things in your life that cannot be replaced? Because like I said, everything. Like Teresa, like I'll give you an example. Are you protecting the things in life that can't be replaced, like your peace, loyalty, trust, loved ones, memories? Are you protecting all that can't be replaced? Are you protecting that? Health? Can't replace none of that shit. Can't replace it. Or are you protecting materialistic shit like money, cars, houses, clothing, photos, shit like that? So when I was talking earlier, Teresa, these are the things that truly cannot be replaced. I'm going to repeat it again. Things that cannot be replaced is time. You can't replace time. You got to protect that shit at all costs. You can't replace trust. You can't replace loyalty. You can't replace peace of mind. You cannot replace genuine relationships. True relationships, whether it's friendships, whether it's intimate relationships and friendships. Whatever it is, that's genuine, you can't replace that. And you cannot replace life moments and memories. Are your priorities straight? Is there justice? Yes, my email is on there on my account. I'll send it to you. You guys can always ask for my email address. And I can always, as a matter of fact, let me see if it'll let me text. I don't know if it'll let me text on here. I'm not too sure. I don't think so because I'm not on the laptop. Usually on the laptop, I can write and send to you guys. Absolutely, the mental health. I'm all on my own. I protect only me at this point. Absolutely, Teresa. Not materialistic shit. That shit could be replaced, bro. In a blink of an eye, you can replace that. Yeah, it's gonna be hard, but you can replace that shit. Okay. And I'm gonna say this again: you can replace a car, but you can't replace the years you've wasted on the wrong people. I lived a long, really good at times life. I'm going to be 66 soon. I totally get it. Yes, is there justice? My email address is on my account, but I can let you guys know. So it's at theunfilteredcorner1@gmail.com. That's my email. If you guys want to send me any ideas or send me anything, you can send it to me through there. I never shared at the beginning of my live my Cash App. If you want to support my channel financially, it's $. It's me, Jen, 1983, you guys. Usually when I'm on the laptop, I pin it to the top of the chat. But I haven't done it. So just letting you guys know, I have lots of hurts still do. I totally get it. And there's plenty of time to heal. You need to heal, Teresa. Let me tell you guys something. We need to start keeping in mind what's important, okay, in life. Because anything material within your life can be replaced. But there's things you can't replace. There's just things you can't replace. You can't replace time. You We put too much value on materialistic things. That's what we do as humans. And I'm sorry, Teresa, you're going through that. In time, you can heal. Okay? Material things, I'm going to repeat it again. Materialistic things, whether it's money, cars, houses, everything, clothing, purses, whatever it is, they come and go. But certain losses hit deeper. Okay? Let's start focusing in our lives on what truly matters. Let's stop thinking that our status is what makes us in society. It's not important. Let's stop focusing on money all the time. Let's stop focusing on the best cars, the best houses, and all this stuff. Let's stop focusing on that. And let's start focusing on what really matters in life. Let's start setting our priorities straight. Okay? I gave you guys an example at the beginning of this live. The reason I spoke on this topic was because Denise, which she's here in this chat, one of her drivers had a very bad car accident or a truck accident in one of their company trucks. And when Denise spoke to me, she said, I don't care about the truck, that can be replaced. But this driver, he's a good man and he has a family. And I have so much respect for Denise for that. And her husband, they're great bosses. And it made me self-reflect. Am I putting my priorities straight? Am I putting materialistic shit before most important stuff? And I commend Denise for that and her husband. And they're owners to this company. They didn't care to take the loss as long as this gentleman makes it through and he stays alive and he's well and he's able to be there for his children and his wife. That's all that matters to her and her husband. And that's why I decided to speak about that tonight. Being poor is not about having little, but about needing much. And when one depends on material things to be happy, that is true poverty. Absolutely. I agree, AP. I agree to that. I agree with AP, what they said. You can heal, but it doesn't happen overnight. Absolutely is there, Justice. I agree. No worries, been healing and thriving for the past 8 years. Absolutely. In my opinion, some people focus too much on stuff and not enough on who is in their life. Absolutely is there, Justice. I agree. I agree. People so focused on stuff and not what matters around them. I gave you guys examples. If you're just tuning in, go into my live at the beginning. There's more to life than the stuff that surrounds you and the money and these things like in jobs. People focus on all this materialistic stuff and cars and all this bullshit. But there's more important things. Look at Denise. I just showed her as an example, her and her husband. They built this fucking company from the ground up. They put all their effort, time, money, sweat, blood and tears, I'm sure, to build that company. But they know what's important in their company because they don't give a fuck about that truck. They don't care if it's destroyed. They know it can be replaced. Their concern lays with their driver because they know he's a good man. They know he's a human being. They know he has his family. They know he has his children and he needs to be okay for them. And they've been there for this driver. That shows a lot about her and her husband. And we need to learn. Childhood favorite stuffed animal. Absolutely. I've never been focused on wealth. That's why I'm poor. Listen, Teresa. AP made a good point here. You may be poor in materialistic stuff, you guys, but you're wealthy in other traits and qualities. Let me tell you, I don't have a lot of materialistic stuff, but I have some qualities that'll stomp out all that materialistic stuff. I'm a good person. I have a good heart. I'm loyal. I love for real from my heart, and I'm real good to people. Those qualities and traits stomp out all that. I'm humble. I'm humble. I'm humble. Being humble will stomp out those other ugly traits. You're wealthy. When you have these good things in life, you're wealthy. Matter of fact, if you guys haven't seen, okay, one day I did an impromptu here on my YouTube channel, and you guys can go back and look it up. It says impromptu. And the reason I did that impromptu, you know what it was, you guys? I was going through Facebook, scrolling through Facebook, and I like to scroll through reels and videos and stuff like that. And there's this gentleman, right? And what he does is he has money, like he has people donate for the cause. He'll go to poor countries and he'll go to poor places where people don't have much. And he'll play it off like he's poor, like he doesn't have much, to see how these people treat him, right? And I watched this, and this brought tears to my eyes, because he came to this older woman who lived in a house made out of metal. She slept on dirty blankets. It was all dirty. Her floor was made out of dirt. A dirty kitchen. But she, you know what? She had not much food. She had a little bit. But you know what? This woman shared with this gentleman. She was poor in nature, meaning in the materialistic stuff, but she was rich in being a good person. She had a good heart. She had good quality, good traits. She knew how to share with others. That right there made her wealthy, you guys. That made her wealthy. That right there made her everything that a rich person is not. It made her wealthy. She didn't have all the materialistic shit, but she had what was important in life. Can you believe that shit? I did that impromptu, and it got to me. You know why? I'm like, we sit here and fucking complain about the most minimal shit. We're the most ungrateful human beings sometimes. We are. And we complain, and it made me self-reflect how selfish we can fucking be. And we complain about the dumbest shit. Yet we have this woman that barely has anything. She sleeps in dirty houses like this. No doors in her house. Bugs coming in her house. She has to bathe, not in a running shower. She doesn't have a running toilet. She has to struggle to get food all the time. Yet she's here and has these wonderful traits that she's willing to share with others. And she's willing to be good to others. And she told this gentleman, if you don't have a place to stay, you can sleep on my bed and I will sleep on the floor. Can you believe that shit? She was rich. You know why? Because she was humble. She didn't give a fuck about none of those fucking materialistic shit. She was rich because she was a wonderful person. She carried love, humility. Although she wasn't rich in materialistic shit, she was rich in other qualities. And that's the way you guys got to see yourself. You may not be rich, you may not have a lot, but you're rich in other places. I'm humble. I'm not rich. I don't have much. But I'm rich in other ways. And that's what's important. You guys, if you haven't seen that video, it's an impromptu I did on my YouTube. And that shit set me straight. When I tell you that shit set me straight, I'm like, we're here complaining about the dumbest shit, materialistic shit. Oh my God, why can't I have the best cars and the best fucking house? And why can't I have my own house and all this shit? Fuck that. You know what I learned? I learned that we should be appreciative because we have a roof over our head every fucking day. We should be appreciative because we have food on the table every day. We don't need to scatter to try to find food. We don't need to stretch it out in minimal. Sometimes these people, they don't fucking eat. They have to skip meals to be able to survive, bro. We don't have to do that. Our health is great. Our children is great. It may not be perfect, but it's great because we're here. We're not on the ground. We're not in a hospital laying down with the worst fucking problems of health. That made me reflect, you guys. And I'm like, damn, we complain so fucking much. All we care about as humans is about fucking materialistic shit. And the better shit. Fuck that. And I sat here and I did that impromptu because I was so humbled by this woman. And she humbled me. She humbled a woman in the United States, bro. And she was in a poor country, you guys, third world country. She humbled me. She humbled me. Her behavior, her humility, her humbleness, and everything she showed and the wonderful qualities she showed that made her rich, she humbled. If y'all haven't seen that video, that impromptu, go watch it. And I spoke about it. It was an impromptu I did, and I spoke about it. You know, sometimes we need to learn to sit back, clear-minded, right? And figure out what's more important in life. Set our priorities straight. I remember a time, you guys, that I would get angry. When I was struggling financially, I would say, why do some people have parents that leave them houses and all these inheritances? Why didn't my mother do that? Why didn't my dad do that? Didn't they fucking think about that? I used to get angry, you guys. I'm being 100% genuine with you guys, with my viewers. I used to fucking get angry. That's so dumb. I think about it now and I'm like, I'm so fucking stupid. My mother gave us what she could. She made sure we didn't never ever go to bed without eating. She made sure we had clean clothes on our back, and she made sure there was always a roof over our head. But this was the ignorance in me. Because we turn materialistic at some point in our life. Sometimes we do it knowingly and unknowingly. We do it without even noticing. We do this type of shit. That's why we need to reflect within ourselves and start to dig out those fucking bad flaws we have and those bad qualities and bring in good qualities and traits within ourselves and morals. Because that's when we become very rich. We're rich with those qualities and morals, you guys. Fuck the materialistic shit. That shit can be replaced. I'm telling you. And if you're just tuning in, you guys can start this video and listen. Because a lot of us need to be humbled sometimes. Like I was humbled. Okay? We need to learn. A lot of us need to learn. A lot of us need to understand material isn't everything. It ain't shit. Taking trips ain't shit. None of that isn't shit. Because we ain't taking none of that shit. We ain't taking trips to the Bahamas when we're in the grave. We ain't taking trips to Cancun when we're in the fucking grave. It's wonderful. Yes, it's wonderful to take trips. But people that live based on that, oh my God, I need to do this, like this is important type of deal. Like, you get what I'm saying, you guys? My husband grew up very unfortunate, but his mom did the absolute very best with her love for 6 kids. If there's a will, there's a way. Absolutely, Denise. My mother had 6 children herself. I want country. I agree is their justice. Exactly, Denise. I've been there. Yes. I grew up. There were 6 of us. Okay? And I've always told you guys, my dad was a drug addict, okay? My mother stood 10 toes down with 6 children. And she provided for each of us, all of us. She made sure we didn't go without. She made sure there was food on the table. She made sure, even if it was the most minimal thing, she made sure that every holiday was taken care of. She made sure of that. She made sure of that. My mother made sure there was always food on the table, that we had clean clothes on our back. We've all been there. Some people are spoiled more than others. Some people have been through harder lives, and some people have been through great lives. Some kids or some children were born with a golden spoon in their mouth already since they're little. And God forbid they lose it all as they grow up. We're damaging our children with that. That's why I've always taught my kids, when I have, and when I don't, but I make sure you got what you need. And if I can, I will get you things you want. And my kids understand. And I'm grateful for their understanding. You get where I'm coming from, you guys? And my kids are humble. They know how to say, Mommy, this person is in need. Let me look through my closet and go see if there's shoes there or something I can give this person because they need it. Absolutely, Denise. I'm appreciative of my children because they taught me, they teach me. I'll give you an example. My daughter, when we go to our church on Sundays, they would like have little competition, not competitions, like little trivia in the church, right? And they would go to trivia into the church. And the lady would give them like little gift cards to McDonald's or Burger King or stuff like that, right? If they got the answers right, you guys. And when we would come out of church, you guys, you know what my children would say when we would pass by the homeless? They would say, Mommy, that person looks like they're hungry. Can we stop and give them this gift card? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I'm thankful to God for that. My kids know how to go into their closet anywhere. We, during the summer, and spring and summer, we carry a cooler full of drinks. And when we drive around less fortunate people, my children are like, can we stop here and give them drinks? They need it. They know how to do that. And we need to learn, bro. We need to learn how to be better people, bro. And I'm so blessed to like come across Denise, to hear what she texted me. Oh, not hear, look at what she texted me that day, yesterday, I think it was. And I was like, wow, this is something that needs to be spoken about. This right here. My son used to give the just fortune. Hold on. She's going to write it again. You know, I'm thankful for Denise because that topic is important, you guys. It is important. And it's important to self-reflect and kind of sit back, look at ourselves in the mirrors and see where we need work. Like, am I focusing on the materialistic shit a lot? I came to a point, you guys, that when we were better financially at some point in our life, I wanted to buy every time I went out, I want to buy new shoes and new fucking clothes and new jewelry. And I had to have my hair done and my nails done every 2 weeks, bro. Materialistic shit ain't shit in life. And I was shoes collecting dust in my closet and clothing because I didn't want to wear them again. Because I wanted to wear new things when I went out there. See how society affects people? That's what happened to me at some point. And then I decided to go into my closet and take shit out. Much love, my jefa. Okay? Absolutely, AJ. She says, just take me on a hike with PB&J and I'm happy. Absolutely. I'm happy with PB&J too. I agree. And some fluff. But, you know, and then I had to like start letting go of those habits. Like, I'm focusing too much on the materialistic shit. And I'm focusing too much on shoes and jewelry and all that. Like, no. And I started to give shit away. It took time, but I did it. Brand new Jordans and all this shit because I wanted to have the nice sneakers and everywhere I went, I want to look fresh. Fuck society. Not doing that anymore. Now I can wear something that's in my closet. Sometimes for certain occasions, I can go buy something, but not all the time. If there's no money, we're going to wear what we have. That's just the way it works. And I would go and search for money just to make sure to get stuff for what I needed to wear or whatever I wanted to do. I need to stop doing that. We all need to stop doing that. My son used to give his lunch money to less fortunate kids so they could eat at school. That's, oh my God, that's so beautiful, Denise. Wow. That's why I wear t-shirts, LOL. Absolutely. Fluffer nutter. Fluffer nutter. Yes, fluffer nutter. I love it. That's wonderful, Denise. Isn't that beautiful? My kids have done the same. They've given their lunches to people that couldn't eat because they didn't have any money. Or if they're hungry, or they'll bring lunch from home and share it with their friends who can't afford lunches and stuff like that. That's crazy. We need to focus on what's more important, you guys. I'm serious. And I'm having this, I'm talking heart to heart with everybody that's watching me. Fuck that materialistic shit. I'm going to repeat it for the last time. Material things can be replaced, but there are things that can't. And let's focus on the things that we can't replace. We're going to have to focus on that. Okay, you guys? I did share my Cash App earlier. I can't text it here. I can't pin it to the top because I'm using my phone. You guys are already here supporting me on my channel with just being here. You're supporting me and I love it. It's not about money. But if you guys want to support me financially, that's cool too. My Cash App is it's me, Jen, 1983. And my Venmo is at Jennifer, JENNIFER dash Melendez, MELENDEZ dash 101. You guys want to support my channel? You can support me through there. But you already doing it by being here. And I appreciate you guys for watching me. It's been great. I appreciate you guys for being here with me tonight and listening in and talking about this with me, sharing your experiences. I love listening to you guys talk about your experiences and how you feel about these topics. I love interacting with you guys. But I appreciate you guys. Much love. Thank you for being here at the Unfiltered Corner. I am your host, the Unforgettable. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, and invite your peoples here. Turn on your notifications so you know I'm here. God bless you guys. Much love. Kisses. Thank you all for being here. Peace.